All right. Again, you have a test tomorrow when you walk in. Your test is over pages 13 through 17. So if you're trying to study, it's going to be over the vocabulary. It's going to be over angle addition, angle bisector, vertical angles in linear pair, and complementary and supplementary angles. All right. So I'm going to go over the front. Yes. Yes. I think I put it back. It's not back over there. Go check. All right. Linear pairs form a straight line. If you go to your notes, if you're not sure, y'all, what does the word linear have in it?
Line.
Line. A linear pair does form a straight line. That was true. All right. Next question. Linear pairs are complementary. Again, a linear pair is a line. What does complementary mean? Equals 90 degrees. Does a line equal 90 degrees?
No.
False. Pick your head up, please. You are answering these questions. We have a test tomorrow. Are linear pairs adjacent? What does adjacent mean? Neighbors next to each other. Are these angles right next to each other? Do they share a fence?
Yeah.
Yes, that is true. Neighbors next to you, they have to share a side to be adjacent. Okay? Vertical angles look like this. Are vertical angles always congruent? Yes, always. They are always going to be the same if they are across from each other. Are vertical angles adjacent? Are they next to each other? Are they next to each other?
Oh.
No, what are they? They are not adjacent. They are across, not next to. So that's why this is false. Because they are across from each other, they're not next to. Do these share a fence? No. Are vertical angles always right angles? What is a right angle? 90 degrees. Do vertical angles always equal 90 degrees? No. Could they equal 90 degrees? Sure. But do they always? No. Please write that down if you do not have it down yet. Angle 3. How can I name angle 3 two different ways? Give me 3 letters.
Y.
Angle YXM or angle MXY. You can go either way. Does not matter. Can you say XYM? No. Remember the X, the vertex has to be in the middle, which is my next question. What is the vertex of angle 1? What letter?
Oh.
X. The vertex is that middle point. And which angle measures 120 degrees? Well, do you agree 50 plus 70 is 120 degrees? Yeah. So 50 plus 70 is 120. What angle is that? We can't say well, we could say angle 1 and angle 2, but what's the whole angle here from here to here? Angle AXM. You're doing A to X to M, the whole thing. Last question on this part. When it asks for the sides, sides are always going to be rays. They are not points. All right. A lot of people want to tell me, oh, the sides are M and R. But that's just the points. What is this whole side right here? Backwards. XR. R has to come second because of the arrow. What's the other side on number 2? XM. A side is both points. It is not just the M and R. Do I have any questions? This right here, what we've done so far, is about 40 points on your test. And you also need to be able, can you identify a right angle, an acute angle, an obtuse angle? Those are also questions. All right, it says PRT, so I'm going to highlight PRT. By the way, tomorrow, if you want a highlighter or a marker, you feel free to get one. PRT is 63 degrees. Brian, headphones off. And SRT, SR to T, is 56. Oh, I said 63 and 56. How do I find PRS? How do I find the whole thing? Add them together. What is 63 plus 56? 119 degrees is my answer. The biggest problem I see on this one is people not reading the letters. PRS, that's the whole thing, is 83 degrees. SRT is 39 degrees. How do I find PRT? Subtract. 83 minus 39 is what? 44 degrees. Please write this down. Do I have any questions about angle addition? All right, number 8. Can I change it? Or are you still writing? Still writing? Oh, I can change it. Okay. All right. For this next one, what's the key word on this next one? Bisects. Whenever I see the word bisects, we haven't done this in about a week. Anytime I see that word bisects, what did we say to do to our angle? Draw the little arcs. What do those little arcs mean? They're the same. So it tells us PRT is 51 degrees. If PRT is 51, make sure you're reading what it's asking for. What is PRS? What's the whole thing going to be? Well, what's PRS? 51. So what's the whole thing going to be? 51 plus 51 is 102 degrees. What kind of angle is 102 degrees? Obtuse. It's more than 90 degrees. It's obtuse. Does that picture look like an obtuse angle? No, but does the picture matter? We do not care about looks in this room. The picture does not matter. All right, next one. Again, I see the word bisect, so I'm going to draw the arches. This time it tells us PRS, that's the whole thing, is 108. If the whole thing is 108, how do I find PRT? Divide by 2. What's 108 divided by 2? 54 degrees. And what's the other side going to be? TRS. 54, because they should be the same. Bisects means they're the same. My people with your head down, not paying attention, I'm going to have no mercy for you. Whenever your grade's close, I'm going to be like, oh, well, they slept during the review. It's their fault. Number 10, what do I got? What do I know? 46 and 22, but what else do I know? It's a straight line. What do I know about straight lines? They equal 180 degrees. How can I find this x?
Add 46 and 22 minus 11.
All right. 46 plus 22 is 68. And then do what?
Subtract by 1.
Subtract from 180. 180 minus 68 is
12.
112 degrees. What do these little symbols mean right here? That means they're the same. These are both x. They're both the same. So what am I going to do here?
83 divided by 2.
Ooh, 83 is not a pretty number to divide by 2, but that's okay. 41.5. Anytime they're the same, just like this one right here, if you have the whole thing and they're the same, you can just divide by 2. Can I just divide by 2 right here? Why not?
Because it doesn't bisect.
Because it doesn't bisect. There's no arches to tell me that they are the same. So what am I going to do here? Just subtract. What is 79 minus 17? 62. Okay. So on all of these, I was just about to say that. On all of these, because these are x, I technically don't have to, oh, you mean right here?
Yeah.
It's there. It's just floating with the top. On all of these, I technically don't have to put degrees because it's x, but I wouldn't count off if you did put degrees. All right, these last ones, we are just doing what we did on the warm-up. You get to choose if you want to do inside or outside. I'm probably going to do the outside just because the inside's so busy. The first one is A to B to L. So A, B, L is right here. A, B, L. A is at what on the outside? B or L, you're not going to do B. L is at what right here? 35. What is 35 minus 0? 35 degrees. By the way, you're always going to do the bigger number first because you always want a positive number. CBD. Here's C right here. What's that at? B, again, we don't have to worry about B. And then D is right here. Where's D at? 140. And I subtract the bigger one minus the smaller. And what do I get? 35 degrees again. LBD. L we already got was 35. B and D we got was 140. We already did these. So what do I do now? What do I do to these two numbers? Subtract them. 140 minus 35 is 105 degrees. T is at what? 80? So CBT. So where's C? C is right here. B to T. So I'm looking at C and T. 175 minus 80 is 95 degrees. All right. I am going to now give you have 1, 2, 3, 4 questions, 5 questions on the back. I'm going to give you, I know you're not going to finish in this time, but I'm going to give you about 5 minutes so that you can, so we have time to go over them. So you have 5 minutes to do the back. Go. All right. We're going to go over this back page and then we'll be done for today. First of all, what do I know about this picture? Without even looking at the answer choices, what do I know about this picture? One is going to go with what?
Yeah.
Congruent to 3 and 2 is congruent to 4. And 2 is going to be congruent to 4. All right. Also, what do I know about anything that's next to each other? What do we know about this whole thing right here? What do they add up to? 180. Are 1 and 2 a linear pair? Do 1 and 2 make a line?
Mhm.
Yes, that's true. Is 3 going to be the same as 4? Congruent, that symbol means same. Are 3 and 4 going to be the same? No. What about 1 and 3? Are 1 and 3 going to be the same? Yes. Are 2 and 4 vertical angles? Are they across from each other?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about 2 and 4? Are they a linear pair? Are they next to each other? Do they make a line? No. If they're vertical angles, they can't be a linear pair. Are 2 and 3 supplementary? What does supplementary mean? Equals 180. Do 2 and 3 equal 180? Do they make a line? Yes. And last but not least, is 2 the same as 3? No. Again, tomorrow, if you want colors, feel free to use them. It says write the inverse. What word do we associate with inverse? Not. If 2 angles are vertical, then they are congruent. This is the warm-up question. If 2 angles are not vertical, then they are not congruent. You are not switching anything. You're just putting the word not. Next question is just angle addition. What is the measure of JPL? Start at J, go to P, go to L. What am I going to do to figure out this angle right here? What is... Nope, that's it. What's 12 plus 28? What? 12 plus 28? 40. Next one wants to know KPN. So start at K, go to P, go to N. That's from here to here. What am I going to do to find that one? 28 plus 5 plus 17. What is 28 plus 5 plus 17? 50 degrees. And then the last one's asking for OPL. So start at O, go to P, go to L. That's here to here. OPL is from here to here. So what am I going to add there? I'm going to go this way. 23 plus 5. What is 23 plus 17 plus 5? I got 45.
Oh.
All right, let's just make sure you know these symbols for tomorrow. What does this symbol mean? Less, this one, and then that one is equal. So JPK. JPK is how many degrees? 12. How does 12 compare to MPN? MPN, what is that one? MPN 17. How does that compare? It is less than. LPN, we discovered LPN. Oh, we didn't do that one. That one is, I'm going to go quickly. You just add those two, 5 and 17. NPO is 23. What is that? 22 is less than 23. All right, I know I went rather fast on those last ones. As long as you know those symbols, y'all should be okay. Turning your paper over. Tomorrow, these questions are going to be just like they were last test. You are going to get points for labeling. JVS, not JVH. JVAS is 109. JVH is 4x plus 10 and 3x plus 15. Does it say anything about bisects here? No. So when it doesn't say anything about bisects, what do I do? What did I teach y'all to do on problems like this?
4x plus 1 plus 3x.
What did I call that? You're right. Left plus right equals what? The whole thing is 109. And then combine your like terms. I have two x's. They are on the same side. What can I do to them? Add them. I have two regular numbers. What is 10 plus 15? Somebody, anybody. Thank you. And then you are just going to solve. Get rid of your side chick. What's 109 minus 25? 84. And divide. Does anybody know what 84 divided by 7 is off the top of their head? 12. It wants to know what HVS is. H to V to S is this 3x plus 5. So I'm going to plug in 3 times 12 plus 15, not 5, 15. 3 times 12 plus 15 is 51 degrees is my answer. Write that down if you need help. The next one does say bisects. When I say bisects, what can I do? What can you do here? Draw your little arches. And then I'm going to fill in ABD is 4x plus 8. DBC is 9x minus 32. And what is my formula here when they're the same? They equal each other. Left equals right. And then you solve. Hopefully you have this written down somewhere. You are good to get your phones. I'm going to finish it for my video if you want to write it down somewhere to help you. ABC is the whole thing. So when I plug this in, I'm going to plug in 4 times 8 plus 8, which is 40. 9 times 8 minus 32. I believe it's 40 as well. And so what is the whole thing? ABC is 40 plus 40, which is 80 degrees. Please study this review. Keep it with you. Don't put it in your notebook. Take it home. Study it. Test tomorrow.